anticipated new episode of SuP. What's SuP stand for, Josh?
Sports, SuP.
We've been gone for a while. We took about a month off after the Super Bowl. We've just been doing our thing. Me? What have you been up to, Josh?
Just relaxing. Like you said, football season's over. Just trying to get out of this winter, welcoming it in spring. You know, here in Florida, where I live, we have the beach. So, you know, I'm going to take my first visit out there today.
Your first visit?
First visit of the year, I should say.
Oh, okay. Because we do have year round. I mean, it's ugly as hell.
Oh, yeah, I go all the time. I love the beach.
And it looks like pond water, but it's still pretty. It's still nice outside. So enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I kind of lose myself whenever I can't see the fishies around me. When I see the fishies around me, for some reason, I get a little paranoid.
We're trying to go to an aquarium?
No, I'm saying when I'm in the water swimming, I can turn into a fish myself here in Jacksonville. I go down to Miami, I'm just walking paranoid, like, where's them sharks at? Where's them sharks at?
Oh, I got you. Me, I've honestly just been riding my new motorcycle and putting miles on my bike. That's all I've been doing.
Are you Jack's Teller yet?
Man, sons of arthritis, man.
Sons of arthritis. That's a good one.
Yeah. Pretty much the only thing I've been doing is riding out to work, riding to the beaches, and riding on freeways. Trying to avoid going the highway because it's just not there yet.
Cool.
And when you're driving and riding, you can't be thinking about stuff. You gotta be in the moment, and that's another reason why I'm not doing it. I'm kind of scared shitless now, so I gotta need to be able to get out of that and be focused on the road when I get there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're not going to be speaking Gonzalez, so that's a win. Or we may. We'll find out how it goes. All right. So
he's talking about we have a lot of our Spotify episodes, full episodes on Spotify where we sound like chipmunks going so fast, but we fixed that problem. Now we sound like normal humans. So you can check full episodes out on Spotify or at YouTube at Josh Talks Pop. That's TOKSPOP 85. Josh Talks Pop 85. Or you can watch clips on TikTok at Josh Talks Pop 85.
Or you can go listen to us.
Subscribe or follow. My bad. No,
my bad.
I'm done now.
Plug. I apologize. Or you can go to Spotify, like Josh said. Listen to the episode on whenever you're doing something, whether you're working or driving, whatever. It's going to be a big S, little U, big P. SuP, exactly the way it sounds.
Sports, U-pop, sports and pop culture.
Or if you're not watching on
this
TikTok,
time of year, it'll be more pop culture. All those sports are going on. NBA, my Lakers just had a 4-game road trip.
Still plugging, man. Still plugging.
0-4.
We're still plugging.
Okay.
So, if you're not, what are you pretty much, what are we talking about? Shit. All right.
You
so
said you had
TikTok,
something to plug.
you got
YouTube.
Talking about Spotify. Sorry, I'm still waking up. And we got Facebook Live, which is under Jeremy Blanton. I just tagged Josh, so he's also under Josh Hobbs.
All right, now all those friend requests.
Let's get on to the Lakers. You said 4-win streak?
0-4.
0-4. Oh,
started off with like 11 wins, fresh off the Luka trade. And then LeBron got hurt at the beginning of the road trip against the Bucks after trying to do it all himself, 45 points. Luka has a little injury and went home to recover. So hopefully once we get back on the home court, Staples Center, we'll start doing a little bit. Actually, I don't even think it's called the Staples Center anymore. But it's like the Fanatics or something.
Oh, sponsors Fanatics.
Yeah, I think the people of the Fanatics took over the Staples Center rights. Always sucks when you're always changing the name of the stadium. I get they make money in it, but
no, it's Crypto Arena.
Crypto Arena, okay. Somewhere else big is now the Fanatics, so they got some type of
Which, not to get political, but it actually gives me a good idea. The whole Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, why don't they just make it like Gulf of Verizon or Gulf of...
Yeah, start doing naming rights for the Gulf.
Yeah, and whoever, the surrounding countries get a percentage of the name rights. That'd be America, Mexico, and Cuba. That'd be a great idea.
A lot of messed up passports and everything, trips.
Gulf of General Mills.
Frosted Flakes Gulf.
Gulf of WWE or Gulf of TNA or
Yeah, I got a little bit of WWE news later, or not news, but catching up since we've had a little break.
Okay. So actually, let's stick on the basketball thing real quick. So I was actually at the gyms yesterday morning, and someone was talking about Steph Curry is now in the GOAT talks.
I mean, the guy's got 4,000 3-pointers. I don't know if I'll see that broke in my lifetime. Every three he shoots is a record.
But you already have a guy that's claiming to be the GOAT still playing, LeBron James.
Okay, yeah, LeBron's more total player than Steph. I like Steph better than LeBron, but they're two way different people. Steph's probably entering the top 10 talk is what he's doing. And LeBron will never be my number one. I don't care how much more he goes on. What Jordan did in his timeline and amount of years, Jordan still has more awards, he made it a global sport. He had a little help from Magic and Bird in the beginning, original Dream Team, but he was on the 96 team. He just changed basketball and made it, instead of sports fan, he made it mainstream. Michael Jordan was everywhere. And I don't see it. I'm a Lakers fan, and I always rooted against Jordan when he played. And LeBron's a Laker, but I call it how I see it.
I guess some of the observation of let them retire first, and then we'll start doing GOAT talk and who our greatest of all time in the position or how great they are.
This could be Bronno's last year. That's why the Lakers went out and got a Luka and started looking to the future. Very smart.
What do you think about the Stephen A. Smith LeBron beef over talking about Bronny?
Come on, LeBron, you gotta have thicker skin. I mean, I know it's your son, but name a lie that Stephen A. told. Like, come on, this guy does not make the NBA if you're not his dad. Plain and simple.
Even if that's the case, let your son stand up for himself. He's a grown man. Let him stand up and say, hey, let him puff his chest out. Let him be the
You got your dream. Y'all get to play together. Now, if a sports writer's calling it how he sees it, then you just got to deal with that, Stephen A. LeBron, Stephen A. did his job.
What do they think about the whole Stephen A. and LeBron?
Mine, they just join and leave. Anybody got any opinions on the LeBron, Stephen A. Comment?
Got 3 cameras. It's like I'm driving a car. Any other NBA news?
Well, Jokic over our split, he had the first ever triple-double where he had 32 points, I think, but he had 20 rebounds and 20 assists. And he's a center. This guy had 20 assists. Like, that's never been done before, a triple-double where the guy was in the 20s on the double capper.
Why is that?
It's just never happened before. I mean, he's the first to ever do it.
What's the design of the center position?
What do you mean? It evolves everly. The center, Jokic does not play how Shaq and Yao Ming and all them played center, and they didn't play how Bill Russell played center. It's always evolving.
Could it be argued that Shaq and Yao Ming, they were only put in that position because their height? They had power, but he just had this one guy has more.
I got into my basketball documentaries because Celtic City is coming out every Monday on HBO Max. And so I was watching and I finished it, and then it said, you may like, and it played the new Kobe documentary, and then I watched that, and then that led to the Shaq, and so I watched all that. And Shaq, his stepdad could really motivate him, man, and thank God he had that stepdad in his life. Maybe with the biological, Shaq doesn't become.
Well, Shaq, what does that mean? Well, biologically, Shaq would have been there biologically, but with that skill and guidance, maybe not. But I don't know. But is he a billionaire yet, or is he just $5 million?
Who?
Shaq.
Shaq's gotta be a billionaire, man.
He owns OBS. He has all his money in
There you go, right there, net worth. He's got so many. They showed that they were like, you can't watch regular TV and not see. Okay, he's not at a billion. He's
500 million. That's he may not be a billionaire, but that's still.
He also
money.
spends. He spends. You know, he can't go into Walmart without looking for a family in there, and
buying
bikes and toys, and then handing extra money on the side that you don't see. Like, one of the greatest humans ever is Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, not bad for a guy that owns a part of Papa John's.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, according to
Papa John sells a lot of pizza.
Yeah, according to celebrity.
I've never seen a Shaq commercial and been like, yeah, Shaq's right. Let me go get that. Like, hey, I bought a pair of his Bobos to wear to work whenever I forgot my shoes one day and stopped off to the nearest Walmart, bought me some one-day rentals.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Growing up poor myself, I couldn't afford Jordans, but my dad could afford Shaqs. They're like $20-$30.
They weren't that much.
And they lasted forever.
The Walmart Shaqs or the Reebok Shaqs?
The Walmart ones.
Yeah, they didn't cost $30. Right now, they cost $15. So they were probably like $9.99 back then.
Which was like, it was like 30. That's like $30 today. Man, his education went from Barry University, New York Film Academy, University of Phoenix, Louisiana State Universities.
That University of Phoenix is the online people, but he did not take the online course. They said he went to them, told him he had to be taught. He'd pay for the teacher. He paid for everything. And they said, well, you need a certain amount of people. So he convinced friends and family to go get it with him. They had a little classroom, and Shaq got him a degree. His mom was a very educated woman, and she wanted him to get that degree, and he got it.
According to the internship, University of Phoenix is the first of its kind. It's the Harvard of online colleges, according to that movie. That's according to Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. All right. So anything else talking about basketball ways?
Just the MVP right now. Anybody? I say it has to be Djokovic, but Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's giving him a run for his money. He's also a complete player, both ends of the floor. I think Shea's the top scorer in the league right now, so we'll see how that turns out. And that's about it.
We were on breakaway when they traded Djokovic they traded him.
Djokovic or Luka.
Luka, thank you.
Yeah. Djokovic ain't never getting traded out.
They traded him,
you would have thought Luka would never get traded.
Which everyone saw like a horrible trade, but now that we're seeing more of information, it's looking more like a Major League movie Major League. It's like that type of situation. They're trying to drop the value of the
team.
Mavericks all the way down so they can trade them or not trade them, but move them.
Yes, I'm hearing that they're interested in Vegas too.
Vegas money, baby. A lot of high dollar stuff. I mean, Chef Gordon Ramsay's got 3 restaurants out there, and he's always doing a show for a restaurant there. Anywho,
NFL free agency, right?
Sure. Let's see. Let me get that bigger with something. I see what I did there.
Start off with Aaron Rodgers taking his time, dragging his feet, hasn't signed. But if he goes to Pittsburgh, he will be throwing to DK Metcalf. Some people wonder if he'll pull a Brett Favre, go to the Vikings.
Which he's actually courting that idea. There's a lot of rumors going on. I've been watching that.
They say they're like, if he has interest, we'll talk, blah, blah, blah. But I think they're ready to move on to J.J. McCarthy. That's why they let Sam Darnold go on to the Seattle Seahawks. The Texans in the Jaguars division, man, they out free agents. They got some good pieces, but they traded away Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders. I don't know if that was a good move. They got a few second and third round picks. They got some lower round picks, not a first, but like 2 3s and 2 2s, so that's pretty good. But maybe they didn't have the money because they know they're going to have to pay their quarterback soon.
I think we got the money. I think we are going to sped up because you're recording at 5 minutes. It's like 5 minutes faster. Oh well, say that again. I think they're just making room for new players and seeing what they can do because, I mean, the Pats have like the largest, I think it was the Pats that had the largest salary cap room, like $127 million.
Yeah, and Chris Godwin, we have Liam Cunningham, comes from Tampa, and that was Jaguar fans thought we would target him. they say to remain with Mike Evans and stay down there with Baker in Tampa, that he turned down basically $20 million over the deal he took. So he went to stay at Tampa. The player I was watching to see what happened was Cooper Kupp, but he went and followed Sam Darnold to Seattle.
He signed?
Yeah, yesterday.
I was at work till 8 o'clock waiting to see who was going to
So
sign.
the Jaguars basically got 0 of the people we hoped he would get. There was Ken Law at D tackle. He went to the Commanders. I really liked him. We got a guy who they say is a good center, but he lost his job to a rookie last year in Tampa. But he knows our offense from being with Liam. So, and the one pick that we did, look, Jordan Lewis from the Cowboys, that he's had a good season. The Cowboy fans are pissed that he's gone, but he's a nickel, and that's not what we needed. I thought Jerry and Jones could hold the nickel down just fine. I thought we needed a cornerback 1, but at least a cornerback 2. But if you're going to keep Tyson Campbell at number 1, but that didn't happen. So draft time, I wonder if Jaguars are looking at corners, D tackles.
According to
Maybe that offensive tackle, Will Campbell out of LSU. Who knows?
According to one of the updated mock drafts, Jackson was looking for the tackle or the defensive lineman out of Michigan.
Yeah, Mason Graham. I'd take him. He's a big boy. He didn't have good workouts, though, but I'm a film guy. On film, he looks good.
What do you think of our new GM, James Gladstone?
All right, well, a lot of people are giving him heat right now because of this free agency, but from the day he was signed, he said he wanted to build from the draft. We signed 9 people, so they're like, oh, well, he was out there spending money. Yeah, but those were like
Backup
depth players. He said he wanted to raise the floor of the team. So I'll give him a chance right now. I'm getting old, I guess. He looks so young. He looks like a kid doing that job. Maybe he's good with numbers and good at contracts. I think Baselli's going to be making a lot of the personnel calls.
We still don't know Baselli's job. We know his job title.
I do know
he
has the same job title that Tom Coughlin had whenever he came back with that Saxonville team. And I think he's going to do exactly as Coughlin did. He's going to be making a lot of decisions.
All right.
That's why we went with the young GM, because maybe Tony will stop making the decisions, and then the youngster will get in there.
So before Cooper Kupp signed with Seattle yesterday, there's articles going around about how him and Gladstone were close. So there's a possibility about him coming to Jacksonville. So
we tried to trade for him, and they didn't get done. Like, God, they cut him because they could get nothing for him. Like, you can't tell me, Gladstone, you couldn't give up a 7th round pick and get Cooper Kupp. 6th round pick, because if you do him to number 2 and that Damani Brown guy at number 3, then I'm a little happier.
Well, around the NFL, the
I did not. Sorry. Liquid down the wrong tube. Woo.
So I guess I'm gonna fill in while Josh starts the draft. Other words around the NFL.
I was going somewhere.
Well, you did go somewhere. You went that way. Come on.
Oh, man. God, what was I just talking about?
You're talking about
This
Gladstone. Talking about how he could have given like a 7th rounder up for a Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, though. You got to give him
The tackle from the
him
Ravens that we spent the money on is good. I was going to talk about the guy that he released that I think it was an awful decision, was Evan Ingram. Now, Evan Ingram, he signed with Denver. Yes.
Yeah.
He is going to get the ball a lot. Sean Payton likes the tight ends. Ask Jimmy Graham, who was average everywhere he went, but with the Saints, boy, he got some stuff done. So
other news around the NFL is Mac Jones goes to the Niners.
He leaves his hometown.
Goes to the Niners.
He's going to the Niners. That Niners backup spot, a lot of people, they get it playing time there, and they put more value on himself.
Dude signed for 2 years, $11.5 million with 5 of it guaranteed.
That's a good deal for San Fran, who's... It looks like they're going in a rebuild. They got rid of a lot of guys.
Speaking of former Jaguar quarterbacks, Gardner Minshew signed a 1-year contract with the
this is
Chiefs.
The most un-Minshew-like movies ever made, I guess. I guess he knows he can get in blowouts, but Gardner's the king of signing somewhere where a guy gets hurt and he comes in and plays. Patrick hasn't been hurt a lot. Now that Minshew gets there, I'm thinking Patrick might have a little injury this year because Minshew always gets in and plays everywhere he goes.
Well, after that blowout of what happened in the Super Bowl, I think Minshew's not Minshew. Mahomes is on a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, but
he wants to go back and get that.
You see
back.
what their GM, very smart guy, did?
No.
Same thing he did when they got beat by the Bucks. He reinforced that offensive line. He traded away Tooney over to the Bears, who also, they got the guy I wanted as coach who built up the offensive line. Now he got all the offensive line guys I wanted to get. So he would have got those same guys if he came here, I believe. But that's about it. We got the guy from the Ravens. We gave him a lot of money. That was definitely overpaid. When we were talking about the Patriots earlier, they made some good signings over there. A lot of people want to go play for Vrabel on the defensive side of the ball.
What do you think about Marcus Epps signing with the Raiders?
Marcus Epps?
Yep.
I don't even know who that is, bro.
I want to say defensive back.
I've never heard of him, so I wouldn't have an opinion.
Signed for... Yeah, he was... Okay. Well, there you go. You don't have an opinion about it. Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard of Marcus Epps. I've heard of Omar Epps.
1 year contract for $4.4 million.
Omar Epps' best movie is whenever he plays in Higher Learning. Check out that movie. Good movie. Also have an Ice Cube, Lawrence Fishburne.
Is also good in the oh my God, I'm on the spot. I'm spacing crap.
Michael Rappaport was also in that movie. Tyra Banks.
He was in the program. He was running back in the program.
Yeah. That was probably my second favorite one. Well, no, Juice. Juice is second.
It's called the Coyotes, but it looks like FSU.
Yeah. It looked like Boston College to me.
It looked like FSU to me. So.
Nah, those exact colors are Boston College's colors. Ours are garnet and gold.
But during that time period, Florida State was always in the bowl games, always
we were dominating the ACC and did over 500 in the bowl games. I know you're saying.
Yeah. So let's see. While we were on vacation, Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy they died in early February.
Not just them two.
Well, that's the ones I pay attention to. Betsy,
well, their dog.
One of the 3 German Shepherds died too. Yeah.
He ate the pills that she was trying to take. The original story I didn't believe, but now as it's been explained, sounds more like my mother doesn't agree. Shout out, mommy. But they said that the wife died, and she was trying to get some pills. She had a heart attack or something. No, they said she got bit by, had something from rats or something, some type of weird thing she died from, some type of virus. But anyways, she was trying to it messed with her heart. She was trying to grab her heart pills, and she dies. Pills scatter. They go and grab up. Dog eats the pills. He dies. But Gene Hackman, he's 95 years old. I didn't know he was that old. I thought he was in his 80s. But he has dementia, and I just think he didn't notice or didn't know what to do whenever he would have a memory. But I don't know, I guess they went on a walk. Was the last thing they did together. They were not found for 9 days, you said?
9 days, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking that's more like, at first I thought there could be some foul play, but that's not how the cause of death would have went if there was. So.
Well, it didn't help that one of the articles around maybe a couple days after they died, when they found his wife, they said her hands had been mummified.
I
was like, what the fuck does that mean?
But whenever you hear his wife and him die at the same time, you're thinking nobody dies exactly right at the same time unless it's foul play. So
I don't know. It happened in The Notebook.
Yeah, well, that's what they call Hollywood. I know people die from broken hearts 2, 3, 4 days later.
It's possible. Panic attacks and let's go. Probably a dog. Hey, hold on.
That's probably what happened when they finally discovered the body.
Don't do that. Let them out.
Baby.
This is their house. Don't do that.
I get this.
You're recording.
Okay. Well, that's fine. We're recording. This is live.
Read the rest of that list go you had. There was some good stuff on that list.
Yeah. So, frontman Anthony Kiedis, the Red Hot Chili Peppers frontman, wrote his ex-girlfriend Ione Skye a heartfelt apology letter. Ione Skye is I remember her from
She's actress.
Pitch. I remember her from Perfect Pitch.
But do you know
she
why
was
this
on the
is coming
back
out?
Yeah.
He Ricky something from the Falling in Reverse.
Yeah.
I guess he's had a lot of heat with underage girls, and he goes, Anthony Kiedis wrote in his own book he was having sex with 14-year-olds whenever he was. So that's why this is
That's why he had wrote a heartfelt apology letter, making her an abortion by giving an apology for abortion, which was pregnant in '88. The reason why this is coming up and I'm bringing this up is not that she had an abortion, is that he was 25 and she was fucking 17. That's fucking statutory rape. Are you kidding me?
That's what the Ricky guy said, and he had a 14-year-old girlfriend when he was famous.
I shared a video of a guy going to a Pantera concert, him and a couple of friends, and he was 20 and his girlfriend was 13 in the damn video.
Different time.
The fuck? We're not in the 1940s. We're not in the 1800s. This is the fucking 2000s. This is the fucking 90s.
Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin in the 80s had a girl, 14 years old, that he locked in a trailer for a year.
It's proof. It's proof. If you have money, you get away with a lot of shit.
Nobody.
And it's not because you're famous. It's because you can afford good attorneys. They always say the difference between an attorney
Elvis.
the difference between an attorney and an agent is because they both go to law
Jerry
school.
Lee Lewis.
If you are guilty, your attorney acts as an attorney. If you're guilty, your attorney acts as an agent to get you the best deal possible. Which leads me into P. Diddy. What's going on with him right now? The man was just sharp in court against his new allegations, and he pled no contest. He pleaded not guilty on Friday to indictment. He forced employees to work long, grueling hours and little sleep, using physical, financial, reputational harm or threats thereof. He's also accused of the government of using physical force to threats to coerce at least one employee to engage in sexual contact. Now,
some people think that's Farnsworth Bentley.
They think that's bad.
Assistant.
But you say, he doesn't treat his employees bad? Go back and watch the TV show The Band when he was trying to create
that was funny, though.
His own situation.
Beyonce wanted that cheesecake, man.
He wanted that cheese. Who wanted it?
I think Beyonce was recording around there, and maybe not, because I don't even think she was solo by then. I don't know. Maybe it was him. He wanted some cheesecake.
Someone wanted cheesecake, but they had to go to the other side of fucking...
He wanted it from a specific place, which was over, the Brooklyn Bridge?
No, they had to go over the Brooklyn Bridge on foot.
That's what I'm saying.
He was making them act like they were interns. Okay, I get that. It's also a TV show, so it's trying to get away, but don't... What the crap is that? But he's also got a case going on where he's claiming that CNN...
I want to see that trial. There's going to be a lot to come from it.
Well, when he was in court, they said he was bloated, did not look well, and his beard also turned extremely white.
Well, there's another big name criminal in there with him who was on a podcast I listened to this week, and some CEO did some stuff with some money, and he was talking about how he is in prison. He said he was fine in there.
You talking about Diddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no doubt. He has protection.
R. Kelly, he's had a little bit of a hard time. He doesn't have any more money, so he's like singing for raw noodles and getting in fights and getting beat up.
Good. Pedos deserve to get the worst.
Definitely a pedo. I don't think one of those girls that he had, because they charged him with he had a RICO charge. They were saying like he was cold and he wouldn't let them women leave, but all them women wanted to be there.
Well, let's be honest too. If the cops want to get you on something, they will drum up 20 charges so they can prove one. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying in defense of any side of it. I'm saying that's what happens.
I was listening to Andrew Tate talk about all these other countries and their trials, and he was like, how we do in America is definitely the best, but even America's not perfect.
True.
As the day they landed in Florida, the Tate brothers, they couldn't leave Romania for so long. That grandmother died, and they got to come. They landed in Florida, and automatically Ron DeSantis is like, "Oh, I'm gonna have my attorney general." Like they're looking for the crime. I don't like stuff like that.
I'm trying to adjust audios. Yeah, look, I'm also a big believer in your innocent to proven guilty. So me busting chops on P. Diddy and stuff, it's like, I also think it's messed up that he can't at least live in his mansion.
America's more you're guilty until proven innocent.
It depends on the charge. When it comes to sexual related,
I don't think Diddy has anything to do with the youngins. I think he just
youngins know
freaky partier with drugs. You can't have people drinking spiced drinks and doing sexual acts.
You can't spike the drinks out, but the thing is, I think the argument is being said that they knew what they were consuming prior to.
A lot of people did, not everyone. Again, looking on reels, not the whole podcast, but girls saying I didn't know, and I guess the drinks had Molly in it and stuff.
It's possible, but at the same time, I'm gonna say something's gonna piss some people off.
They say that combination that he put in the drinks gave people, heart problems and stuff, and his wife and Jamie Foxx and all them. That's interesting. I don't think he was trying to kill nobody, but
as we've learned in modern things, just because someone says something, it's true. Like when you look at Amber Heard and what's in Johnny Depp, that all
exactly.
Bunk. So I'm not discrediting anybody. I'm like, let's just wait to see what comes out before we crucify somebody. But still, admitting what you did, like the one's bastard from the 80s, it's like,
Speaking of trials and stuff, have you seen the Netflix series Apple Cider Vinegar about Belle Gibson from Australia?
Before we get into that, let me just say this real quick, okay? We have, in some of our cases, our justice system works more in favor of the criminal than does the crime. Hold on.
Not innocence.
I believe that any type of sexual predator, I think it's weird that our prison system has more justice than our legal system when it comes to people.
I get more heat for people than murderers, except child murderers that do all the above.
If you hurt a child or you sexually assault a woman, you deserve the worst of the worst. When it comes to that, I'll actually say you deserve firing squad. Go Utah. I think they still do that. Anyways, moving on. Apologies.
I'd like to watch that. Apple cider vinegar is
I do that on non-workout days.
Influencer named Belle Gibson who lied about having brain cancer and saying she cured it by eating like a vegan diet and getting coffee enemas and all this stuff, that she beat brain cancer. And she said she was at, I guess they don't do stage, whatever they don't do. That's not how they do brain cancer, A, B, C, D, and not phase 4, 3, 2, 1 or whatever. And she lied, but there were people that were they quit their modern medicine, and they were listening to her, and they were getting worse and worse. And you find out she was basically copying this girl. The real girl's name is Stephanie, but in the show, I think her name was Mila, played by Alicia from Fear of the Walking Dead, and she was also in
Alicia Dedmon Carey.
Yeah, Alicia Dedmon Carey, and God, it's such a good show. But golly, this girl is so evil. But guess what? She had so many people believing her. Her fitness stuff was on the original Apple Watch. It was one of the apps that came with it. She got signed. So many people. What she got convicted of was she was saying she was fundraising for people with cancer, and those people never got it, saying she was giving money to charities. The charities never received anything. These people were giving money. And her best friend was spent this whole weekend cooking all these vegan meals and everything for the family because they got a kid with brain cancer. The mom don't need to be cooking dinners. And then there was an event over at Belle's house. She goes in the freezer, and there goes all the meals. She kept them and was eating them herself. This lady was such a fraud, but they did a newspaper article on her, called her out. Then she said she had more cancers and was falling back. It's a real good story, but also more of true crime genre. But it's called apple cider vinegar because she said she had got these ringworms around whenever she got discovered, and she said she drank apple cider vinegar and
straight, or she mixed it with diluted?
Straight, just was drinking it, chugging it.
God damn, that's terrible.
And then could feel something coming out, so she chugged some more, and a tapeworm 2-foot tapeworm come out of her mouth, she said. And the guy, he's in a AA meeting telling a story. He was supposed to be a press guy she tried to hire, and he's like, I can't do nothing for you. But they started partying together. And he's like, ringworm's a fungus, has nothing to do with tapeworm and all this. Like,
but it does lower triglycerides.
But he was like,
and
of course it worked because she's selling a cure, you know. Who wouldn't want to be able to just drink some apple cider vinegar and all? He's like, I go buy bottles for all of us. It's a real good show. Check that one out. I also watched the documentary on her. Oh God, what is that one called? It's like The Biggest Fraudster or something. Fraud influencer.
Oh, no, talk while you're I'm looking at it.
She whenever they caught her, she went and erased all her stuff before because they found she was on forums. She said she had a heart attack when she was like 12, and she had been doing this her whole life. The people from her hometown was like, yeah, she's the biggest liar ever. So they called him out, and she went back and erased everything because you find out she moved in with a boss that, like an older man, no family, nothing, and just this guy. And so she's erasing everything and erasing any post about cancer and all that. So they started giving her hell on the comments and everything.
Well, I will say this about apple cider vinegar though. Because I do it on non-gym days. The good thing about it is it flushes you out both through urine and also shit. And anything you've had impure in your system, it's gone within 6 hours.
But it doesn't cure brain cancer.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't have brain cancer, but I mean, I know I'm functionally stupid, but I don't have brain cancer.
This girl, she just wanted attention. She's a lonely girl, like.
Well, she got it.
But it got out of control. You find out her man's only with her because he likes the son, but it's a stepson, even though he's been raising him since a baby. And he talked to the dad about maybe them two taking care of it without her, because she said, your name's not Nathan, her baby daddy. Like, you can't get this kid if you leave me. And then the baby daddy's like, nah, Bill's a good mom. What are you talking about?
I'm taking him.
He was like, me and my girl are going to Coachella, you know, just to paint a picture.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's Diddy.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, no, it's Euroweb. But
yeah, I guarantee that ain't. Not yet.
So the picture. So to give you guys context, the picture I'm looking at right now,
that's how he looked in court.
It's very the picture that Euroweb tried putting up. Whatever they're saying he looks. If you've seen Coming to America, one of
the Jewish guys in the barbershop.
No, that's the barbershop scene. But
yeah.
who are the two main characters in?
God, I don't know their names. It's Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy.
Arsenio Hall's character that he plays in the barbershop guys with the gray hair and the gray beard. That's what he looks like. That's the picture. It's not a bad look for him, by the way.
That's a little AI.
Still a good little AI.
A little Photoshop.
Yeah. Since we're talking about Netflix, Taylor Sheridan's first movie hits Netflix top 10, and it's not even a Western epic. Sicario is a great crime thriller that has nominated for 3 Oscars: Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, and Best Sound Editing.
It's a good movie. I didn't like the ending.
Is it because you think you could have done better, or is it just you like the direction it went?
I don't like the direction it went.
Benicio
del Toro's one of, like, he has his own way of acting and stuff, and all the directors say he's an ad-libber, and he doesn't necessarily say the words written on the thing. That's why you won't see him in a Scorsese movie, most likely, but
he's a good actor. He is a good actor.
Or a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Well, he's only how many movies does he have left? Quentin Tarantino.
But yeah, he's a good actor. I liked him in Snatch.
I liked him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, who did he play?
The Collector.
The Collector, yeah, that's right. Oh. What about another thing watching is the new Daredevil on Disney Plus. You know, it's got different rating. It's on Disney Plus instead of Netflix. Bringing back the same cast though. Have you checked that out?
Not yet. I pretty much haven't been doing
One of Marvel's best casting decisions was casting Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. This guy brings the intensity, but calm all at the same time.
I mean, Private Pile from Full Metal Jacket, huh?
Yes, him, who is great on Law and Order Criminal Intent. This is when I discovered what a great actor he was what I was in the hospital many times. Every time I would go, you can't sleep in there. They're coming in your room every other hour.
Well, they're trying to move everybody, tell us all.
But I watched Law and Order every morning. It would be on from like 5 a.m. to noon. So I'd watch the Law and Order, and whenever they did Criminal Intent with him, God, this guy, he such a great actor.
Sorry, I was going over.
How many total does he have? 8 or 9? 9, right?
10. I thought it was a 10.
They're Hateful Eight, and then Hollywood. Once Upon a Time, yeah. He's got one more movie, he says.
He said he's doing 10?
10.
10, okay, let's go one more.
I don't believe him.
I mean, I kind of believe his thought process of only doing an X amounts this way, limited series this way, you don't want to overdo yourself. Like, I believe in it, but at the same time, if you're good at what you do it.
Well, going back on your word will lead me into my next thing. John Cena said he would never turn heel.
Please.
WrestleMania card shaping up.
Dude,
John Cena.
He pulled a Hollywood Hogan.
Rock. Yep, but they did all the reaction videos with all the kids crying and stuff. I would have loved to have seen that when Hogan went heel.
John Cena was also a heel when he first started too.
Same as Hogan.
Hogan was a heel?
Yeah, Memphis, all that. When he went up against Andre all them times in the beginning, big heel. Terry Boulder.
I wasn't like that. I didn't watch wrestling back then.
Nobody was watching him in Memphis. That's why they didn't know. He was only gone from the company for like 2 years when they brought him back as the guy who beat Sheik and all that after he did Rocky. And they just kind of repackaged him, but he was the same guy. They acted like all that didn't exist.
Was he with Vince when he was Thunder Lips and Rocky too?
No, Vince Sr. told him if he went and did the movie, he was fired. So
That's right.
He went and did the movie,
Then
and
Vince Jr.
took over.
Speaking
He
of,
went to the AWA where he started the Hulk Hogan gimmick.
Gotcha.
But anyways, I think Cena turning on a wrestling royalty name like Cody Rhodes, I think it all worked out great. I've always wanted him to go heel in like 2013 run whenever they had that team full of rookies and he squashed them and killed it. The team with Daniel Bryan where he got fired real quick for choking the guy with the necktie and God,
Did he get fired in real life or did he get fired on for TV?
A lot for real. They
not
fired
nice.
him for like 60 days and brought him back.
Oh, okay.
Because everyone's like, that's stupid. You can't fire him for that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, a wrestling show doing wrestling things. Question real quick: Who do you think's got the bigger wrestling name? The Rhodes or the Johnsons?
Well, the Johnsons weren't called Johnsons.
No,
But, golly, I mean, the Samoan family all together.
I was about to say this. That's where I was going. That's where I was going. Was that
is? But they're not called the Johnsons. They're called
the
Anawai family. Definitely bigger, huger.
Apparently there's only one person that's like Samoan, and that's Samoa Joe that actually does not align with that part of the family.
There's another one named Bronson Reed now.
Right.
But yeah.
I didn't know. See, I remember Yokozuna. I didn't know he was that. Well, then I'm a kid, so what do I know about the difference between
Did I
Japanese
tell
and-
you about his dad? I think I might have
Which
talked
one?
about this on The Rock.
Rocky Johnson?
How, everyone's doing the 23andMe and like these people found out they were related. Rocky Johnson was their dad and they want to meet The Rock, but there's like 9 of them. He had like 9 other kids he never knew about when he was alive.
It sounds like a friend
Touring the territory.
Sounds
baby.
like a friend of the family of mine, so yeah. They're like, dude, what is wrong with you? Rap your shit. Rap it.
Yeah, old Rocky Johnson got down, man.
And so what else in wrestling news you had to talk about? I think it was lawsuits that we were joking about earlier.
No wrestling. Vince got off with everything.
They didn't get off. They didn't have proof. They were resolved. They're trying to get by. So the only proof they had.
No federal charges.
No federal charges yet. The dude got busted because he didn't pay up on the contract that he signed. He was going to pay hush money, a non-disclosure agreement. And then since he didn't pay off and stopped making his payments, that's when she went public. So.
Well,
So did him and Linda ever get divorced? They still technically married.
I was still talking. They never got divorced. Now that she's in the cabinet, they got to play nicely in. She's in Trump's cabinet.
We're not going into that, but
yeah. But yeah, they play like they're a couple still, but they haven't lived together since like the early 2010s.
It's a situation.
She's in Florida. He's in Connecticut.
It's a situation where they actually have so much money between them that if they divorce, it would be too expensive.
Rumor is Linda likes the gigolos, and we all know Vince spreads his money and gets who he wants.
Yeah, Vince and Linda.
But also on the card is looks like CM Punk's gonna go in a 3-way match with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and that one's a real one to call, hard to call for the championship.
So they're married, they're just separated, like you said. They've been separated since November of last year.
And speaking of the Anoa'i family, Jay Uso.
$3 billion. Wow.
Who?
Linda.
Yeah, because I guarantee you she gets some of that Vince money.
Well,
and he sold the company for $8 billion.
Yeah, and they started. They technically did WWF together.
You know, she was president in the '90s. They said she was very involved in the late '80s and '90s.
Well, she was president of Titan.
Yeah, and that was for real. I heard Vince Russo's talked about it. You know, he got his job through her. He backdoored to get in.
Where with writing the magazine or doing?
No, going from the magazine to creative.
That's not how Tom Pritchard. That's not how Tom Pritchard said.
I know you're going to tell the story about how they went to Germany. They had the awful card, and he was like, "Oh, I need something new. I need something like this." And because Vince had wrote an article, but the whole reason he was around and his name came up is he buddied up.
We need more or less.
He buddied up.
We need more attitude.
He buddied up to Linda. He would talk to her in the office. He was like the only one. Everyone else went through Vince. He was like, "Oh, I'd love to come in and write for Vince," and blah blah blah. So that's how his name was around. He formed a relationship with Linda.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So they've been married. They've been married for 56 years, but they separated. But they're not divorced.
So it's a legal separation, I guess, probably.
Yeah. I don't think it's smart for them to divorce because the attorneys get half their money. Anyways, with that amount of money in assets.
It's all going to go to the kids in the long run. I always feel for Shane McMahon, man. I always feel for him, you know. Vince Jr. was third generation, so his grandfather, his dad, then him, and Shane thought that was his job. And it got snatched away from him because Vince just didn't have faith in him.
What's weird is Shane actually wanted to get into MMA.
He wanted to buy the UFC.
He wanted Vince to buy UFC.
Have you seen the argument? You saw the documentary where he was like, "Oh, well, you put your money on it, blah blah blah," and he's like, "I didn't have the money to do it." But
yeah, I mean,
he basically didn't do what Shad Khan did for Tony Khan.
I was about to say, looking back on it, if they did it, they did it 20 years before, TKO would never be a thing.
I think the Fertittas having the connections in Vegas and made it bigger.
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, had Titan bought UFC way back when, what TKO is doing now with Shad and would never happen. Like so we're in agreement.
Well, it would have basically been the same thing.
Just 20 or
just different owners.
20, 30 years prior. That's all. All right. So.
But yeah, his sister comes in. If you've ever seen Succession, what happens there is what happens in the WWE. His sister comes in, married to a top talent in the company. Them together become a powerful force.
Well, also, Triple H is very big on the background too, in the back scenes.
Well, that's the guy they kept.
And he was also
they kept Hunter for a reason.
He wasn't buddy to Vince like everyone says. He was also
Hunter
was also putting influence in there to help get the company in the right direction.
It went back to the screw job because
before the screw job,
Sean wanted him in the room when they were talking to him, and Hunter said, "Screw him, we'll just take it." And Cornette says he told Vince the same thing. Do like you did with the we'll just take the belt from him.
Yeah, it happens a lot of time.
And Brett letting Sean call that match where he said, "Oh, I'm going to put you in your finisher." That sealed his fate right there when he agreed to that move. Should have said, "Nope, you're not doing my move."
At the same time, he could have put him in a simple headlock and then doing the whole wraparound or anything like that. They could have screwed him that way too. You know?
just being a pay-per-view and everything, Brett never seen it. He did think it was a possibility, but he said he checked with the ref. The ref assured him, so he was fine. And the ref screwed him.
Was it Herb or was it?
Yeah, it was the guy you just said.
No, it was one of the twins.
Yeah.
So, anyways. All right, so let's see. 6 new movies and shows to watch this week on Netflix, Prime, and Disney Plus on March 14th through 16th. We've got Electric State. Electric State. I was actually started watching that last night.
I'm gonna watch that probably tonight.
I started watching it last night.
Love the trailer.
I started watching last night and I fell asleep, and so I went to bed.
That's not good.
I fell asleep because I've been up since 6 a.m. That's why. I was tired. I fell asleep on those board boobs. I was tired. So it's reported as a flop with the budget that's over $300 million. $300 million. However, the first 50 minutes I watched was pretty good.
Okay. Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yep.
Anyone else in there?
The bad guy from Breaking Bad.
Oh, Juan Carlos Stanton.
Yep, he's in there. He's
not Stanton. That's the baseball player, but Esposito.
He's like a bounty hunter.
Okay.
So and also Moana 2 was on Disney Plus.
I haven't seen the first one.
I saw it. I thought several times, but it's a kids movie. The Parenting on Max.
Never heard of it.
Me either. The Prestige, classic movie, older movie.
One of my favorite movies. It on the box it says you will watch it again or something like that,
Yeah.
and I did. I was like, wait, what happened? And I went back and watched the movie for the second time to get a handle on it. Great movie. Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine. Like, oh, great show. Movie.
Mm-hmm. No, the only reason why it's a big deal is because it's coming on Hulu. Otherwise, it's been out for It's been out for 15 years. Great movie if you've never seen it. Highly recommend it. The Wheel of Time, season 3 on Prime.
Okay, I have a friend who's obsessed with this show. He always posts about it. It's a big book, I hear. And
thick or
like a book. It's like Give It the Big with readers.
It's popular.
It's a popular book. And I started like 30 minutes of an episode, the first one, and I just dropped it and never went back to it. But if it got 3 seasons, maybe I should check it out. I love Game of Thrones, which is a book series, fantasy. So I like Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm. What about Lord of the Rings on Amazon? What do you think about that?
I watched like 3 episodes. I remember nothing.
I tried watching it, but I tried to get to it, and they pulled the reason why it's not doing well is because the whole racial discrimination shit. I'm like, I don't think that's it. I just think it can be very slow. It doesn't really go anywhere.
They're always talking about Sauron, and like a lot of the names are familiar, so I get confused. I don't know.
Get confused.
Last on the list is Dope Thief on Apple TV. I need to watch the trailer on that one. Never seen it.
I don't subscribe to Apple TV, but
I got it, but yeah, I don't know if I subscribe either.
I really think it's like Dope Fiend or what was that TV series about the creator of OxyContin?
I don't know.
It's got Matthew Broderick.
Dope Sick? Or
Painkiller.
Killer? Okay, I haven't watched either of them.
But I think it's something similar to that, but I don't know. For Peter Dinklage fans, which I'm one of them, and if you watch Game of Thrones, you know, what was he in?
Toxic Avenger?
No.
Oh, on that show? Golly. Tyrion. Lannister.
Yep, he's going to be starring in the Toxic Avenger.
Remake?
Yep. Was it the 80s?
Yeah, probably. I've never seen it. I know your buddy that joined us for episodes, a huge fan.
Yeah, he's part human, part mutant, all heart. If you're a kid from the 90s, you remember the TV show or the cartoon, which was pretty good.
Yes. Dang, I missed Isaac. Are you still in here, Isaac? Drop a comment if you are. I know you're a big sports fan, Browns fan.
Fonzo, if you're still there, type into you. Go and talk to your people.
Okay, you are. So what do you think about the Browns quarterback situation, Isaac? You think y'all should go for Russell Wilson? Or y'all did sign a quarterback this week, I think. But
so go ahead and talk to him. I'm pull his article up real quick. I just saved this from yesterday.
I see you did so yeah. It's bad in Cleveland, man. Y'all gotta find a way to move on from that Deshaun contract.
So this is an
Oh, I know he restructured though.
So real quick, this is an article I was reading, and it's because for those that haven't paid attention, the economy or the stock market took a shit over during the week, but at the same time it goes up up and down every single day. So no one, don't panic unless you've got your funds in certain stocks. But they've got the poor man's meals that are special in the grocery store that helps with your funds. I mean, honestly, I still eat some of this stuff. It's like this is nothing new. Pan-fried peanut butter sandwiches with grilled cheese. So it's peanut butter and jelly, but then you put syrup on it, and it's like you're eating French toast. No big deal. Still, I've never done that, but still good. The Cheetos lasagna. Boil cheap macaroni noodles and layer them with Kraft single cheese and diced tomatoes. That's not new. Been doing that since I was a kid. Oven macaroni diced with tomatoes, light salt, and pepper. You know, we go through my teens. If you've been to college and a college student.
Pinto beans, I'm not eating.
Pinto beans and ham hock. That's called soul food, people. That is classic. We also
some ham hock, some Pall Mall. But anyways,
let's see, mac and cheese with peas and tuna. That's called.
That was a punishment meal in my house.
Oh, go fuck yourself, man.
Swear.
That's called tuna helper, man. Tuna helper.
Punishment meal.
They're saying this is stuff you go broke. Yes. When you don't know how, when you grow up and you're going to college and you're working 2 jobs,
this
is what you eat.
Night.
You don't eat McDonald's. You don't go to Ale House every night. You eat things you can afford. Ramen's still good. Turned out, did you know I was making ramen?
Another punishment meal.
Hold on. I've been making ramen the wrong way all my life up to about a year ago. I can see your armpit here, man.
Tell us how to make it. Who gave us a thumbs down?
I don't know, some reaction, whatever.
They agree with me.
It was. So, where's it going? Okay, so I was to boil the ramen and put the spice packet in with the noodles when I was boiling. Turns out I was supposed to boil it and then put the season packet in after you poured. I didn't know that, so I was killing the seasoning, and this is why I didn't like ramen as a kid.
I always
mac and
add
cheese and
extra stuff.
Mac and cheese and hot dogs.
Ugh,
Seriously.
Another punishment meal in my house.
Did you not eat that as a kid?
I hate hot dogs.
Get beef hot dogs. What's wrong with you? Just a simple cheese quesadilla. Ask my wife. I make those all the time. Those are delicious.
Why are we even talking about this?
Because that's a topic. Red beans and rice. Classic. Delicious. That's great.
Pancakes.
Okay. Pancakes for dinner. You may tell me you do not do Brenner.
I'll eat that.
Brenner is a classic.
You see, there's no eggs in these. Eggs would have been in these cheap meals. Not anymore. $7.
Well, it's because of the bird flu, man. They've been killing all this livestock nonstop. So chili is apparently a cheap meal. Well, guess what? I am cheap as hell because I love me some chili, especially my wife's chili.
I'll eat chili
in a hot dog. What?
A lot of people eat chili in the winter season.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, if you're from Texas, they don't put beans in chili. So
good. That's how I like it. I like Texas chili.
You like stew? Okay. Red beans, reddish beans, classic, and it's delicious.
I'm not a fan of beans.
Tomatoes on toast. That's a simple breakfast, and they say it's a poor man's meal. Yeah, guess what? It's breakfast. I guess I'm eating poor stuff, but it's so good. Original version of fried rice, which is a packet of microwave rice, 2 eggs, and slices of deli ham or spam.
Get down with some fried rice. Eat a lot of chicken fried
Frito
rice.
pie, or pretty much is chili on top of Fritos and cheese. That's called gas station nachos. You can get that at 7-Eleven. So it's cheap, but it's terrible for terrible for your kidneys, but it's delicious. All right, and tomato soup and grilled cheese, classic. All right, now that we're done, this is getting too.
Didn't know we were a food podcast.
Pop culture, man.
How's food pop culture?
Do you need to survive? Food will help you survive, and if you're broke,
we need y'all to survive so we can get 30 subscribers instead of 20.
Yeah, 2.
We got like 20.
According to SuP, I'm our only subscriber. According to
on Spotify?
Yeah, you're not even a subscriber on your own show.
I don't listen to shows when I can watch shows. I like a visual.
At least
the only podcast that I'll listen to without a visual is Joe Rogan and Jim Cornette.
at least subscribe so we get put out there so they say, oh, these two people like, they also like these things as well. If you like these shows, you may like this.
Yeah.
So at least subscribe to it. You don't have to listen to it. Just come on.
Remind me after we're done recording.
Dick.
I'll do it.
All right, so
I don't even know if I have the app though.
all right, so there's a global what? Aaron Rodgers?
It's trending. Did he sign?
Well, let's go on. Global fried chicken chain that's going to go global is going to be is Jollibee.
Oh, hit a roadblock.
We've got one there. We've got one
That's
here in
22
Jacksonville.
hours ago though.
We've got one here in Jacksonville. Have you tried it? Jollibee?
I have tried it.
Did you try the fried chicken?
Yeah, I tried it.
Was it good? Bad?
Man, when I want fried chicken, it's always one place. It's Popeyes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My wife says she's got a grandmother.
It's called SuP. S-U-P is the name of the podcast. He says we'll get another subscriber.
Hell yeah.
White boy Isaac.
S-U, big S,
Ohio.
little U, big P.
Big S, little U, big P.
So, where's the one? My wife says she has her great grandmother's recipe for fried chicken, but she's yet to make it for me ever.
Slacking stuff.
She makes some bomb fried chicken, but not her grandmother's, or great grandmother's, whatever. So let's see. So who's in the talks of signing?
The Steelers.
Steelers, the Vikings. I also heard the Giants are in talks, but seriously, I mean,
I think quarterbacks are scared to go to the Giants. They're gonna have to draft him one.
Aaron Rodgers is 41 right now. About time he
Get hit so much, you don't want to take them hits.
He's turning 42 next year, so 42 this year.
He's going to the Steelers. He's just dragging his feet.
See who's going to get the best deal. I really think he should go to the Vikings so he can be.
He says, "Can't find it. You'll have to share it to me."
That means you have to subscribe too.
Yep, I guess so.
Okay, what was all this? So
How can I share to a guy on TikTok? Does that work?
Or you can just do a TikTok, have him subscribe to you, then you'll just do a quick 5-minute or a quick minute video about the podcast and show where to go. It's an idea. So
Big S, little U,
like
big
and follow.
P, SuP.
So like and follow me. Say it.
Like and follow me. He already does.
Okay, well then, he'll post a video later of how to get to the podcast. All right, so
Usually every time I go live, he comes on.
So we're not being political here, but this guy's in politics, so we're not talking about that part. We're talking about this situation. Elon Musk's Tesla
politics and all.
reportedly halts Cybertruck deliveries as owners complain of metal sides falling off.
That's not good.
So according to this article, the glue holding the pickup truck's stainless steel exterior in places falling for many Tesla customers, causing its side panels to protrude, that stick out.
Yeah.
It's the latest of numerous instances of build quality issues with the Cybertruck, a once promising vehicle now beset by problems.
Well, you're going to hear about it more because he's got a lot of more haters now that he joined Team Trump.
We're not going that. I don't know.
I'm just telling you. That's the facts. That ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Well, you can't hear the mic, Jonathan, because I don't have it connected, and this is also wireless. So, but you can see me talking. Here we go, Bubba. But the reason why it's because also keep in mind too, glue reacts differently depending on what part atmosphere you're in.
Look,
part of the world.
If
Same
it's
atmosphere.
messing up, he needs to tighten it up. Build it better. Better glue.
True. Different glue, different areas.
Recall. Get it fixed.
I mean, what? Florida and Arizona, two different types of heat. Humid heat, dry heat.
Man, this is the guy that's sending a lot of rockets out. So it's scary, man. Tighten up, Elon.
Well, actually, that's another thing. That's something else. Thank you for bringing that up. SpaceX delayed its rocket ship going to help the two astronauts that are stuck.
They gotta be pissed.
Well, no. I mean, keep in mind too, if there's any certain percentage, if there's any problems found, they scrap
Weren't
the
they
flight.
supposed to go up there for 2 days?
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about the ones that are still stranded?
There was a doctor talking about what it does to your body when you're up there. It's
They
not
were
good.
supposed to come back in June, but they've been stranded there since June of last year. But my thing is too, when
Their families weren't expecting this.
they were wearing Christmas Santa hats while they were up there.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did they get those?
Probably brought them with them.
They're supposed to be back in June.
I'm talking about the space station.
Yes.
Someone brought them.
Oh, per war. Okay.
Probably let them hold it.
Or do you think maybe they were CGI'd into the picture or the video?
No, there was probably some on board.
Okay.
They got festive.
PS5 shooter, first-person shooter is shutting down after launch, bringing 2025's gaming's shutting
I'm not
down.
gonna name the name of the game.
I'm getting there. It's the name of the article. A recently released PS5 shooter is shutting down within the next 30 days because the fifth game to be sunset in 2025. Not only has Spectre Divide going offline, its studio at Mountaintop is closing down after it has run out of funding to keep the lights on. So Spectre Divide. I asked Stephanie about it, and apparently it's very similar to a kid game that played.
Fortnite.
Thank you. Very similar to Fortnite.
Oh, okay. And kids love shooting people. That's why they're all numb to it on the streets, man.
Call of Duty. I'm not gonna
Doing
do
music reviews. We will if there's some music to review.
I don't really listen to music anymore. I listen to podcasts. I listen to old stuff.
I want to do music reviews on my own TikTok. I looked for a partner. I got turned down actually.
Who turned you down?
Marcus.
Doesn't he have a girlfriend now?
I can't talk about that on this podcast, man.
Sure you can. They don't
It's
know
a
about
big
it.
secret, bro. He's gonna kill it.
Is she married? Is she married?
Yes. No, we're not talking about it. It's a big secret, man.
Fuck, dude.
Might have to edit this out. My first edit.
We don't. Unless
He
you've
will
seen
kill
the,
me, bro.
Unless you've seen the first 8 episodes, you don't know who Marcus is.
Yeah.
And man, that's not
He
cool.
ain't listening to this, but I got coworkers that do. So
Okay,
he
anyways.
screwed me.
That's screw you.
Actually,
you
everyone
said it. You said it.
There's a lot of people.
No one
we
put a
have
gun to your
eyes.
head.
They know. They look. They see us. We all work together. Actually, I think she's gone now, though. She graduated college, going to do big things.
All right, so let's see.
Who's saying boycott USA though? I don't know
Not people. I'm not going to that. That's political. I don't want to go that route.
that. I want to know what country I need to be mad at.
Well, so I'm not getting into politics, but I was looking at some of the things that
I
have
thought we
terrorists-
agreed we would talk some politics.
We're not picking left or right, so we're not talking about. But this is where there's some of the tariffs going. Well, the tariffs are suspended until April 2nd, right? And so I was looking at some of the things that we get from Canada, and only 2 things are. One of them, all the paper products from Costco come from Canada, so that's why prices are spiking of those products for Costco.
We shop there, so that sucks.
And canned cheese, something that I consume, which is bad for your kidneys, salt-wise.
What is it?
Canned cheese, like
Canned cheese.
cheese spray. That's made in Canada.
They can keep it.
Man, yeah, give it to me. He's returning.
Yeah, I know. It's not a big deal.
Well, now this is into some talk
I
about.
can't say his name, so.
Justin Yuck returning to the 49ers for 2-year deal for $8 million.
Jusic returning to the 49ers.
For $8 million over 2 years.
They're one of the few teams that use the fullback. I believe Baltimore does. Speaking of higher learning, Michael Rappaport plays the guy that gets turned out by the Nazis.
Wasn't he in a TV
Celebrates
show called,
arrest
wasn't he in a
of
TV show called
terrorist
Boston Public in the
Goopy.
90s?
Mohammed Khalil says he was not kidnapped. He was on prison break, man. Michael Rappaport's been in so many things.
He was in Hitch.
He was Zebrahead.
I remember the video of him getting hit with a snowball. Told him to shut the fuck up.
He's got a lot of haters. He knows his basketball. He comes on some sports podcasts. He's a big Knicks fan.
Muhammad Khalil is the kid that got arrested, as the guy that got arrested for anti-Semite comments. that Trump had
First
arrested.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a violation of the First Amendment. So,
But he's a terrorist groupie. How does that? Is that guy that just likes different terrorist groups?
I don't know.
Yeah, he is hilarious. I agree. I like hearing him on interviews. I believe he did a Vlad TV where I heard some things. I need to watch that whole interview though. His early career, where he was playing the white boy that liked black women and stuff. I think he did 2 movies like that. I know Zebra Heads one. Go up to that quarterback. What did it say? You got a Browns uni on.
Former quarterback resigned to the Chiefs. 1 year deal. That's on Mac Jones.
Yeah.
It's Mac Jones.
Oh, no, Mac Jones signed with 49ers. Bailey Zape. I think he was in our training camp one time.
Zap.
It's Zape.
Zap.
Or whatever.
Zap.
He's not with the Browns anymore, Isaac. Y'all lost Bailey. I guess y'all already lost him to some other team.
He signs to the Chiefs for 1 year deal.
He's gonna be the 3rd string quarterback, I guess, in case Gardner Minshew and Patrick Mahomes go in.
That's if he makes it out.
Yeah, he's definitely a body for training camp.
Eagles lose somebody.
Oh, is that Mekhi Becton? Did he finally sign? We got some live free agency news.
I signed with the Chargers on free agency as a Friday
Good
night.
for him. He's still young.
25.
Top 10 pick, I believe. I wanted the Jags to get him the year he came out, but
2 years with $20 million.
took him a while to come on. He had to leave the
How much
Jets, go
is
to the
that
49ers.
I bet you 10 that's guaranteed.
You said it's a 2-year deal for $20 million. Probably 15 of it's guaranteed, I bet. But Harbaugh loves the lineman. He's gonna play against what's that guy that came out? Joe. Golly.
When they say guarantee, is that you think that's part of the bonus, or you think that's part of the salary, or both?
Both. But good for he'll do fine. I think San Diego, they might even have a down year as they've lost some pieces, but they got one of the best coaches in the NFL. He's building it right. Give about year 3, that team will be something.
Yep, here's
Yeah, I
Peter
see.
Dinklage's toxic vendor.
They can't get the visual.
Question is, are they going to do if it's height, or are they going to make him tall by shooting upwards?
I don't know.
Ex-Chief signs with Seattle.
I guess free agency is heating up on a Saturday morning. Valdez-Scantling started his career with the Packers before joining the Chiefs in 2022.
1 year for
To win
5.5.
back-to-back Super Bowls. Yeah, he got a lot of targets from Pat, and he had some big drops. I remember him dropping a big ball against Jaguars when he played them in Week 1, like 2 or 3 seasons ago.
So let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Go up. Missing American student, Dominican lawyer puts drowning theory back in play.
St. Beach claim for them.
That's about it, man. We're over an hour and 12 minutes. Do you ever say the hard R? Not me.
Are we talking about race cars?
Some guy named Seth. He's probably a troll.
We're talking about hard R. What the hell are you talking about?
The N-word, man. With the hard R.
No.
We were from the South, but Florida's different from the rest of the South.
Despite what the rest of the world tells you, here in Florida, we beat the shit out of racist people. All of us come together, we beat the piss out of them, man. There's none of that bull crap. So, I mean, and you want to say hard R, go to California, you hear a lot of people saying that, especially on TikTok. Get the hell out of that garbage.
Dang, Seth. Jeremy coming hard at you.
Yeah, get the hell out of here with that crap.
That's why CM Punk and Roman Reigns gonna beat you up, man. WrestleMania.
Yeah. You want to worry about someone saying hard R, look at Tekashi 6ix9ine, the fucking rat.
Oh, the Tekashi news. Go up.
Let's see.
Tekashi 6ix9ine claims the feds cuffed him for hours and raided his home, seizing drugs and guns. Dang, I wonder if he'll go back to prison or does he got anyone to snitch on?
Well, that's probably actually probably wait for all that stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Don't want to touch that one.
I agree with him, but don't go there. Gene Hackman handyman tried to save him days before the death. What, 10 days before his death? Because they were there for 9 days.
So we're
Actually, they said he was only for like 3 or 4 of them. The first 5 days, she was dead. He was still alive.
So another thing is he signed his will when he was in
20 years ago.
20 years ago. The lawyer that he has signed to be his executive died.
Okay.
So then
Everything was supposed to go to her.
Then the next one he signed to be his executor died. So then they had a third one. But all right, so is there anything else? Is there anything else that they're not looking at we want to talk about?
Nope. That's about it, y'all.
Yeah. So as we said before, if you like, follow, subscribe, check me out, Jeremy Blanton on Facebook Live. Check us out on what's called Spotify under SuP, Big S, Little U, Big P.
Although Isaac having problems finding it. MLB The Show early access is this weekend. I don't play video games. Definitely ain't playing baseball. Whenever I was on what do you call that? House arrest. It was the most I ever played a baseball game. I got like 40 games in, and I was like, oh, that's too much.
Maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. I need any game to play. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe.
You know you ain't gonna play a baseball game.
I don't know. I don't want.
If you do get the Dodgers, Otani's a stud. He went back to Japan last night and hit a home run against the Giants.
Japanese Giants?
No, I think it might have been the Japanese Giants. I think the Dodgers might have played their Giants.
So do you want to plug your stuff?
What stuff? Oh. Follow me on TikTok, Josh Talks Pop 85.
I already plugged my stuff. You're up.
YouTube at Josh Talks Pop 85. TOKS POP 85. And Spotify, that's it.
Who are you on Spotify?
SuP, Big S, Little U, Big P, Sports, U, Pop.
Why do you always emphasize Big P?
I don't know.
Because that's how it is.
Big P.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you next time. Be easy. Love you. Bye-bye.
It's been fun, but gee whiz, I gotta run.
I turned the recording off.